Coach, as always, if you wouldn't mind with an opening thought or two, and then we'll take questions.
Well, first of all, Cleveland State is 10-0 for a reason. We found that out tonight. Very, very talented, very good team. It's not that we didn't know the player or the personnel coming in. Those guys played well together. Very determined to make something happen tonight, and they did that. It really comes down to that first 10 minutes. First 10 minutes, putting ourselves in that hole. We ended up with 13 turnovers for the game. More than half of those came in the first 10 minutes, and that what's really put us on our heels. And once they got going, boy, it's like turning on a faucet. You just weren't going to be able to turn it off. I mean, it was just they were coming. But clearly, shooting 63% across the board to our 20s, it's just not going to get done. First night that we have a chance to score, to shoot 68% from the line didn't do much for us. But last time we shot 29%, it was tough on us. Tonight it was even tougher. A team as talented as Cleveland State.
Rob, with them leading the league in defensive field goal percentage, is it their quickness? What makes their difficult to score on these guys?
I guess as a coach, you've watched them play. You've seen this team develop over the last couple of years, and it's been the same cast of characters that have done a really nice job. They've done some things a little differently with how a lot of us in this league play, including themselves, of using some of the high ball screen action. I thought we had some shots, some opportunities with the next pass. We just didn't make the next pass. But they stuck to their plan and came in determined to make it work, and they did it well. That was the difference. We came in with a plan that we kind of got hurried and rushed and didn't stick to our plan. But they had a lot to do with their pressure, and it's because you saw how many times we got to the free throw line. I mean, they really get into you. They really make it difficult on you. And I'm not saying they foul all the time. I'm just saying that they really climb into you to get you out of that, try to speed you up, and they sped us up tonight.
Tony, was it hard for you guys just to get into something offensively, get something going?
Yeah, I just what they were throwing at us was a little different look than we'd seen before, basically, and like Coach said, we just kind of got in a rut there in the first part of the game, the first couple minutes or whatnot, and just really didn't make the adjustments as a team that we needed to really dig ourselves out of that hole.
Pretty disheartening for you guys, especially on the home court.
Definitely, yeah. We always want to try and defend our home court, and to come in and get a loss like that, it's definitely disappointing.
Rob, were you waiting for a run, for a comeback, or something to take a little run at them?
I get so caught in possession for possession of just trying to be better, and that's what I was waiting for, the next possession to be better than the last. And the first 10 possessions, they didn't miss. They didn't miss, and all things that we had thought we had prepared for, and that's what's disheartening. Just some layups in there, post touches, and they prepared for us, and we couldn't get those looks. So that's what's disheartening. And the only positive is the second half, the guys kept fighting, and to look down at the stat sheet and see that represents that. That's the only positive that you can take away from this. Other than that, we were beaten by a better team tonight, and when they shoot 63%, there's no way you have a chance, and no way we had a chance tonight.
What do you tell them at halftime of a game like this?
Well, I just stuck to the process of how we're going to systematically become better each possession. And talk about our movement and our lack of making the next pass, and how we're going to have to make sure that we take care of the basketball. And again, we did that, but we did it for the most part in the second half. Then there's 2 in a row that really kind of seemed to slam the door on us. I mean, that was what just takes the heart from it. We have 2 in a row that led to layups. maybe one dunk and one layup. So, you know, if we can stop those, and if we're beaten, that's the thing. I can take being beaten, but when you're compounding it with turnovers, that's when I have problems. And I thought those turnovers and some of those times really put us on our heels.
All set with these guys? Thanks, Joe.